Coach, I was listening to Darby's press conference on Tuesday, and he said that they were pretty hard after Dylan Lonergan a couple of years ago. And my question is, were you aware that Clemson was after him? And B,
Oh, yeah,
how
yeah.
did he fit the recruiting profile that a Clemson and Alabama would want him?
Yeah, I mean, he was recruited by Clemson, South Carolina, Alabama, Stanford, Georgia. So yeah, no, he was a really talented high school quarterback in a very competitive, division of Georgia high school football. It's the highest division. Brookwood High School, that's like the highest division, and he played very well. He was a great baseball player too. So I think a lot of schools wanted him to play both sports. He was a 90. I think his heater was 93 miles an hour, so he could rip it. So yeah, he was very highly recruited and a great student, very smart. So Stanford really wanted him too.
Was it the Alabama program or your salesmanship that?
No. That's Nick Saban, Alabama. No, it was. I recruited him. I was a quarterback coach and coordinator, but no, I would say that was the Alabama program and Coach Saban.
What challenges do wide receivers like Brian Wesco, Antonio Williams, what do they pose for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, these guys are athletic. They can jump. They can run. They're really well coached, good route runners. You got to change it up on them. You can't stay in the same look every time. They'll kill you. So yeah, no, they're very good. They're prototypical Clemson wide receivers. Great players.
Coach, I know you've been taking full responsibility for getting this program to the next level. This demands not only from the fans, but from the conference, adding more premium games and college football landscape. Do you feel that the university is giving you enough financial support to meet those demands?
Yes, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no, I think that we've got a lot of support within the within the university. Blake James does a great job. Father Leahy supports us. Father Jack's a huge supporter of us. And we have great alumni support too. So from the Board of Trustees, John Fish, all the way down. There's great support here. It takes time. I know everybody wants to win. I'm a fan of different teams too, and I want to win too. Other teams that I'm a fan of. But at the end of the day, being inside the program, these guys are working hard. We feel like we're on the right track. Doesn't show that way last week. There's no doubt about that. So, we have to do better, and I always take full responsibility. There's no other person in the program that can take as much responsibility as me because it starts with me. I'm the head football coach. That's what you sign up for, so, that's what we have to do. I have to do a better job of coaching the team. I think we're on the right track this week. We'll find out Saturday night.
Another primetime game. Anything different you want to see just logistically in terms of how guys get ready, or it's just sort of...
No, I think our guys have been ready. I mean, I don't doubt, when we look at it close for effort and how we come out. I don't think there's any, magic pill that we need to take to get us ready for a night game. We'll do a couple things, because it's a long day, we'll do a couple things differently for a night game, but nothing major, no.
Do you think defenses are starting to figure out Dylan's tendencies and what's the best way to counteract that if so?
Nah, I don't think so. I think we got to run the ball better. I think when you run the ball better, more consistently, we run it good in spurts, but not consistently. The running game's a quarterback's best friend.
Did you tell by Sunday that Dylan had put that game behind him?
Dylan's a mentally tough guy. He comes from a great family. His mom and dad are awesome, and he moves on. He definitely is frustrated, but he's had a good week of practice, and I think he's ready to go.
You talked about accountability and leadership this season. Who's really stepped up in the locker room this week?
I mean, the captains have done a good job. I would say Lewis Bond, Logan Taylor on offense, KP Price, Q Hutchins on defense, and other guys, Owen McGowan. They've done a good job, and then there's been younger guys that can lead too. There's freshmen in this program. I'm not going to name all them, but there's some young freshmen and sophomores that I think can lead really well too. So there's good leadership in the locker room.
I know you said you wouldn't change play calling or sort of inside the house type stuff with the coaches, but I was just wondering if you've ever specified where does the play calling actually originate from on offense? It's just solely you?
Everything originates from me in all three phases. I make all the calls.
Facing Clemson, I know record aside, we talked earlier this week, it's still Clemson. Is there a sense of wanting to knock off a not bigger program, but a higher profile program, or can you not look at it that way?
No, it's Clemson. No, you're right, Kevin. I mean, it's Clemson. I mean, they're the gold standard in the league. Maybe they're not, as we speak right now, in the number one position, but I mean, you look at Dabo's record there, it's incredible. I think it's only really topped by probably Coach Saban at Alabama over the last 15 years. I mean, what is it, two national championships, however many ACC championships. This guy's one of the best coaches, not even right now, but of all time. This guy's straight to the College Football Hall of Fame when he decides to retire, which I know is not for a long time. He and I are about the same age. But he's a great football coach. He's a really smart guy. I've gotten to know him over the years. Got a lot of respect for him. But, yeah, no, it's a great environment to have Clemson, you know, at home at night here at BC. Look, we're not having the season that we wanted to have. We felt like we were close before Pitt. Pitt got us, but hopefully we can rebound and get going this Saturday night.
Do you look at it as a personal challenge going against him?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think it's always, anytime you go against, it's all about the players. It's the players, but obviously the coaches in where I've been, wherever I was in the Big Ten, coach against Urban Meyer. It's not me and him. We're not playing, but I mean, who can get their team ready the best, all that, yeah, no doubt. In the NFL, right, I was in Houston, go against Bill or go against Andy Reid. And, those guys are great football coaches. I think that's part of the competition.
Omar Thornton, every week they mention him on the broadcast, so he plays with the violence and aggressiveness. What have you seen out of him?
Yeah, he does. He plays hard. He's a good blitzer. He can play different positions. He's a very versatile player, smart player, instinctive player. He does a great job for us, no doubt.
You talked about just running the football more. When you look back at Turbo's kind of best performances this season, in sort of like what, when you look back at the tape, what kind of things are you guys doing both as an offensive line and with the rest of the blocking scheme that enables him to do that?
We got to get him the ball more. We can't. We got to get him the ball more. What does that mean? I don't really know what that means. I'm not going to specify what that means, but he's a really good running back, and he needs the ball more. Now in order to get him the ball more, we have to sustain drives and stay on the field and convert third downs. There's a lot that goes into it, but he's the main back, and he needs to carry the ball.
Coach,
Couple final ones, guys.
back home this Saturday night, primetime game. It's going to be a nice game day atmosphere for fans. Just a message to fans for this Saturday.
Yeah, we appreciate the fans. We really need them to stick with us. We want we think we have a great home field advantage, especially with the students. We need 9,000 students there. We think that's a great advantage for us in the corner of the corner of that stadium. They're loud. We want people to be here, early. I think it opens up at 3:30. The parking lots open up at 3:30. We want them here early. I know it hasn't been a season that any of us wanted to date, but there's a lot of football left and a lot of great home games left, starting with this one. So we really need the fans, and we appreciate the fans big time.